Hello, everyone. Just gonna wait for a second here. Hanging out, Max, relaxing, all cool. Let me know if I'm too loud. I was listening to some of the playback and I was kind of loud, and nobody said anything to me. I hope everybody's having a good day. I've had an eventful day. Um, ugh. No one tells you when you start these things that it's all fun and games. Hi. Hey, how are you? All fun and games, okay, until you gotta learn how to run a business on top of like playing video games, on top of like SEO updates, on top of everything, video editing, on top of everything. You gotta know how to run a business, and I don't think that I had that fully figured out in 2018. And there's just a lot of nuances to tech stuff. I'm sure everybody has probably heard a horror story of this, um, but thankfully we're pretty good. We're better than I thought we were. We're way better. I've never. Sorry, my animals are very nosy. I've never been this optimistic about Noisy Pixel's future than this moment right now. So, well done. Well done, tax system. I used to not be a fan, and then I did something to where you hire someone to help you out, and that's what we did. Jody. Anyway, yeah, we have had an eventful day today. Um in terms of like, I don't know, um me doing behind the work business stuff. Not much news. There's definitely stuff that we're gonna get into for sure. But if there's any like fun stuff that you guys want to talk about that you saw today that you want to get off your chest, please let me know. My favorite thing to do is to doom scroll on Twitter until something catches my eye. Um, oh yeah, Fairy Tale 2. Yeah, we'll get into the news right now. We actually just to tease the listeners here or viewers here, we got some cool Fairy Tale 2 stuff um coming, and I'm really liking these screenshots. It's we'll get into it later. We'll get into that news later. For now, I just want to go over like, I don't know, cool updates that maybe you guys want to touch on. Other things that happen. I guess Square Enix is going to PAX West again, and they're bringing Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. It's weird. I feel like Square Enix is self publishing the fucking PAX. Uh, a lot of publishers are pulling out of that event because um it's not helping them. It's not helping them. You We didn't see Devolver Digital at PAX East, and they usually take up a huge space. Um, I don't know, the heavy hitters are like Nintendo, and they'll bring like just their booth, but nothing in the sense of like events or announcements happen there. It's like they'll put up like a booth. That one day when they did like Nintendo Live, um, in Seattle, that works for them. PAX West works for them because their offices for Pokemon and all that are there, so it works. Um, yeah, I do feel like Square Enix is the biggest publisher there that's hosting like any type of panels or anything, and they bring who are they bringing? They're bringing the lead UI designer. They don't, no one's even They're not even paying for Yoshi P to come anymore. Kai Odagiri. Don't hate me for looking up who this is. I guess, wait, no. Yeah, the name sounds familiar. It's a character from SNK. Anyway, Square Enix. Let's see. Backstage Investigators, number 13. Game UI designer Kai Odagiri. And this is from the official Final Fantasy 14 blog. He's the game UI designer. He This is really cool. They give him a whole little thing. When did this post? Last year? Could you start by sharing what it's like to work as a game? Here, you guys can watch this too. How about that? I guess he's a I guess he's a designer. Sounds like working on UI encompasses far more than we might expect. Could you tell us more about what the UI team does? So I'm imagining the panel here that it's gonna be a lot about UI. No one wants. No one. I don't know how many people are begging to talk about UI, but especially with this guy, he sounds cool. I don't see a like a oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is like his game. This is his game. He's been working on Final Fantasy 14 for a while. He got a special thanks on Lightning Returns. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's cool. So we anything PAX West related. I mean, they're likely going to offer some type of interview. We'll find out. I'll be there to check it out, and hopefully we can get something. Um, Other than that, looking through other Twitter drama, but yeah, if anything happened, please comment that you want to talk about. Other than the women's Olympics, the women's U.S. Olympics, killing it, fucking killing it out there. Um, yeah, good for them. What's her name? That's the news that we need to be talking about. I'm gonna switch it right now. Wikipedia dark mode. All those $5 that I give them a year is really changing things. Dark mode. Oh yeah, it's automatic. You can do automatic too. It looks nice. I like a nice bluish or grayish dark mode. I like when links for some reason turn like super bright orange as well. I'm into. Um, I got a new manga today. They they uh they turned Dark Souls into a manga, and I just really like the covers for these. Kind of glossy. Um, it's long too. Oh, it was like the first drafts in the back, but I was like, whoa, did they forget to localize? Bit of extra. Other than that, what else happened today? What the hell? That's not news. That's not news. I didn't write anything down because literally all day today, I have been I've been dealing with fucking taxes. Woo wee. But like I said, nothing to be afraid of. Afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. Um, what else do we have? Any playing that solo leveling Arise game? I sure as hell. Have you ever played Defender's Quest. It's on sale for like $2. Good question. I have game. Was this on yeah? It was. I think I have it on Vita. I feel like this. I feel like I do. I've seen this okay. I know I selling for $100. I better have it. 1 second. We're in luck. I got it. I haven't I haven't opened it, sorry. But I mean $2. I'll pay the $2 and not open up the $100 version right there. Um looks cool. Yeah, I buy too many games that I shouldn't. Yeah, yeah. This guy buys the games and be cool. Open it live, dude. You know what I have that I kind of want to open live on stream, and I'll make a thing out of it. We'll let this go because it's something that I'm gonna do. But and I know no one's gonna care except for like DS nerds or like Nintendo nerds. But yeah, I have an unopened Fire Emblem Fates, and all right, guys, I'm gonna be real. This is live. I can't edit this out of a podcast. I've played like 2 hours of Fire Emblem in my life. Uh, I literally I was living off of a college budget, and these fucking nerds that I hated, that would like I would hang out with at lunch, but they were so annoying. Oh my god, they made me hate Monster Hunter because I tried to play it with them, and then they were like fucking grilling me, like making fun of me for not understanding how to play. And granted, I mean we're all nerds, right? But you don't have to put me down all the time. Anyway, they really wanted this, but they didn't have the money, and I had some financial aid like held over, and I remember like there's like a Nintendo event, and we're all watching in the cafeteria. I go straight over to Amazon. I pre-order it. Have not opened it. So this is the this is both all three games, or well, two games on the cartridge. Whereas you had to buy like Birthright or Conquest like separately, and it's oh, Zach, thank you so much. I don't frugally buy games too much anymore. I'm pretty cheap now. I really appreciate it. But one day we're gonna open this live. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what's in there. It's collecting dust. There's literally dust on it. Um but it was just to flex on Fire Emblem nerds at my school that would bully me, that were probably like 7 years younger than me. I had no reason to fucking do that, dude. Okay, yes, this is the third day I've done this, and I'm so proud of myself because I usually give up after like one, but you know what? I'm all in. I'm all in. I like hanging out again. I'm definitely doing this because I I guess I don't want to say burnout, but I'm just tired of like not just tired of being in this room all the fucking time, you know? Like not talking to anybody. When I go out with my friends, sure, but they don't really play video games. So when I'm like talking about like I don't know, the fucking drama that we have in the game industry, they don't give a fuck. And it's like it's just hard. So when I like so I find when I go to events and like talk to other press people, I start word vomiting because I have not talked about this stuff that I've been wanting to talk about every day, and now I'm just like not making sense. So I'm hoping this kind of changes my approach to just how excited I get at events. And right now, if you saw me at an event, I just tell you all the secrets that I know. I just word vomit everything like, oh my god, I'm so excited to be doing this. Defend, but let's check out Defender's Quest. There's a second one. I didn't know that. Anyway, I know there's what are we in? 20 minutes in. There's a lot of news about video game layoffs, and let's look at the big one today, which is Bungie. They put out a press release. Um, so they're carving out a new path. I read it a couple times. Um, I I think, well, it sucks because, like, do I look at it from a business owner standpoint or do I look at it from an employee standpoint? From a business owner standpoint, stuff like this happens in the industry where you hire too many people, um, and then after you release a DLC, you fire them. Um, there's Japanese developers that combat this, and I'll say it on stream right now. Acquire, after developing Octopath Traveler 2, they didn't want to lay off the people that they hired to develop that game. So instead, what they did was they broke off their new teams, the people that they hired to just work on Octopath Traveler 2, like the not the big names on the Acquire team, but just like the, I don't know, like the UI designer and stuff like that. Just like, to do that, they split them up into four group teams, and they're like, okay, work on a game that you don't really know, that you don't really understand. Work on this game. And so they had three-person teams, and one other person was like the manager. And so they chose games. And you can look at it right now. We can go to, let's go to Acquire's Steam page. Um, so after Octopath Traveler 2, oh, it's not going to be on here because um, Square Enix. It's on Square Enix's page probably, but let's see. Relevance, release date. We got this. We got this. Man, they do so much. When did Octopath Traveler? Okay. Oh, here we go. Fuck it. Found it. Okay, so after Octopath Traveler 2 released, they had like Xseed published Keep a Strip. They didn't have to worry about that. They self-published this, but then it came to these four games: Cards RPG, Ancient Weapon Holly, Scars of Mars, and Hookah Haze. And those games were all created by these small teams, and that's why they're kind of bad, guys. It sucks that the games aren't good, and they're asking a shit ton of money for them, and it's such a bummer because, I mean, you read our reviews. Like, I kind of stopped. Like, I reviewed Cards. It was terrible, you guys. It was really bad. So if you want to know why these games are bad, it's because the developers that they had on those projects have never made this type of game before. But they did it. They did it to not fire or lay off their staff. And in this hope, they hope to, when they start developing games again next year or later this year and they start announcing games, those developers will have learned new skills to bring to the new projects. Hookah Haze was developed by these four Acquire employees. There are four girls and for women, I should say. And after work, they I don't know who they are. I haven't looked at the credits of this game. I have it, but not played it. But anyway, we need to review this. Bailey or I will get around to it. I promise. Um, but but after work they would go. I guess this is a story that was told to me by one of the staff. But after work they would go to this hookah shop, and then when they were like asking, okay, what game do you want to work on? The four girls were like, well, the only thing we know is like this hookah shop, so we'll just make like a coffee talk style game based in the hookah store. So this game is developed mainly by three women and then one manager, female employee, and yeah, really cool, really cool. So I like those stories. Anyway, back to Bungie. Bungie was preparing for a new fucking update. Um and evidently it was really good. I haven't played Destiny 2 in years. Um I think I played it when it first came out. I did all the No, I don't. I did a little bit. It didn't hold me like Destiny did. I've put a lot more hours into Destiny than Destiny 2 for sure. Um but easily they probably uh stacked up their teams with a bunch of people to market and to develop this new update, and then they pushed it out. The final shape, that's what it's called. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it released. It was good, and then they fired them all. 70%. So the like, it sucks, but they're and you know what? Like I love this. I love the comparisons to like Japanese companies where like the CEO will take a hit, but then you have like Western these Western devs where like this guy, I think it's him, Pete Parsons, is buying all the fucking is buying all the cars or something like that. I think he's buying a bunch of cars. Let's see. Um. Oh yes, 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 yes. So CEO Pete Parsons reportedly spent over $2.3 million buying classic cars after Sony acquisition. Uncovered the same. Yeah, that's insane. Um, I know it's probably easy for these CEO guys to get a nice check and then to like want to big dick their way through life, but honestly, they do owe these people that they owe them something, you know, like you uproot your life for these companies, and I speak and I'll speak from a place of experience. I after college was hired at a PR firm, and I get there, and one, I my salary is probably half of what other people were making in that area, and for my job, but I wanted to be in the industry so bad that I just took what they gave me, and this was moving to I had to move to the Bay Area, and it sucked. I couldn't. I had to live in my car for a while. It sucked. It's like, but these people, these 220 people, probably are just like that. They probably wanted to be in this industry so bad. And a year later, yes, I was laid off of that job and just had to deal with it. But well, we have plenty of time to get into my lore. Um, but these people probably had the same thing. These people probably like these 220 people are like, hey, we moved to Seattle and we're working at our dream job, Bungie, and we're working on this sweet new DLC, and so that's the mindset that I know that I have going into this thing. But then there's also the like maybe we don't need 10 community managers. That's I don't know. I really have to see who was laid off or what roles. Cuz I think that'll really determine like who are they, why are they downsizing? If it's like high level like development roles, sure, or like some of the narrative. Like if you're firing like the Amy Hennings of your development teams, maybe reconsider reconsider these things. First we are deepening our integration with Sony Interactive Entertainment, working to integrate 155 of our roles, roughly 12%. So this kind of means that they're not going to be independent anymore, which I think was like the whole goal was to be an independent developer, and yeah, it's with so they laid off the people, and they're now trying to find new roles for them. I don't think it works like that. I think they laid off those people, and other roles are going to be transitioned, but those 220 are done. I'm curious to know what roles there were. I scrolled down this when I was first looking at it, and I was like, what roles did they actually fire for? I've seen some stuff on Twitter for some people, but I don't know what they did. A lot of QA, I imagine. I would. I feel so bad for those positions. Hey Johnny Q, how are you? But I do know QA people that started at like Sega QA and worked their way up, and now one of those girls works at Nintendo. Like it's possible. You have to grind and you got to move. Like good luck getting in a relationship or having kids or settling down or anything, because you're fucking they really want your whole freedom when you move through these companies. The industry's small too. You'll see the same people around. I've been around for a while, and a lot of the people you'll see them at one company like in 2018, and then they'll go to Sega, and then they'll go to Capcom, and then they'll go to Nintendo, and it just goes to show that like don't be an asshole to anybody, to any indie PR, to any developer. Don't be an asshole, because this guy or this girl that you pissed off because you were complaining about not getting a review code 3 years ago is now at Nintendo, and you're asking them for a review code when you just like told them, or when you maybe you accepted a review code and promised like a review and you just never did it. That stuff does linger. There is a I do know of a group of PR that has a rolling blacklist, but it's periodically updated. Like there was a person I worked with like in 2017 that their roommate leaked something, and and they were put on the ban list for that company for a while, and they got off like a year later. I broke a few embargoes, I'll tell you, but the one that I'm like ashamed of is a Nintendo embargo that I broke. But I was at DualShockers at the time. I didn't get in trouble for it, but I broke. There was like an indie event at GDC, and I recorded some in Travis Strikes Again gameplay, and I posted it on DualShockers channel. And I guess there was an embargo for like 3 days from then, and I put the video up. Oh my god, the knives were out. They weren't, but man, they were not. I was like, you could tell that my sorries were just wasted on them. They didn't want to fucking hear sorry. They wanted to hear that uh I will never do it again type of thing. It wasn't it was to the PR, and yeah, it didn't really affect me because I was just this little DualShockers boy. So, I'm sorry, DualShockers. I'm sure you're fine. Valnet owns you now. Oh yeah, it's the it's their PR company for North America. They they distribute the codes and stuff. Working with Nintendo directly is kind of fun because they're all very happy people. Unless you piss them off, I guess. But yeah, they have some investigators. They're the company as a whole is so mean. Um, to 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 like they like take their licenses very seriously. Um, too serious. Um, we are working with PlayStation Studios. See, this sucks because I'm like I'm still in the camp that I want PlayStation Studios to not create Western games anymore. I need some Puppeteer, man. I need some Shadow of the Colossus. I need something substantial. I don't know. The Marvel Spider-Man 2 came and went. Sure, you can tell me that that's a beautiful game. You can tell me cuz I look at it. Oh shit, that's pretty. But I'm doing the same shit that I've done in every collectathon adventure game. It just doesn't seem like a good way to spend my time. And the game is gorgeous. The game plays brilliantly. It checks all the boxes. You know, it's like this is a fun game, but it takes zero chances. Yes, C part, Gravity Rush. 10 out of 10 game. 10 out of 10 game. I love Gravity Rush. I have a physical of Gravity Rush Remastered. It is gorgeous series. Fuck. I was so confused when that game was like being advertised and stuff. I was like, this doesn't look like Sony would like this game, and they did a second one. Anyway, it's making me sad. Um, yeah, I just want I think I think game budget going into just making games prettier doesn't really like do it for me. There's this remember that Unreal 5 demo um thing. Um so somebody posted a video of this on Twitter the other day, and they're like 4 years later and still no game like this, hashtag PlayStation, hashtag, and I was gonna comment, I was like, uh dude, this is fucking Hellblade. And I shit you fucking not, I was in the fucking looking at the comments, and they're like, yeah, I wish I had a game like this on PlayStation, I would play it so much, I would do XYZ. Oh, it's Xbox don't got this and all. And I was thinking, fuck, these people were just knocking Hellblades just the other day. And I just I the problem with me and like the fucking Twitter, I have to check if I even have time. Like, if I put a comment out like that, I know I'll need to back it up for the next hour. So if I don't have a free hour, I just don't say shit. But if you want a game like this, just play Hellblade 2. It's a very pretty game. Um, very pretty game. Uh, yeah, we're gonna this increased budget in making games pretty doesn't make them more fun for me. We're like, I'm telling you, like Hellblade 2 is a very pretty game, but it doesn't have that level of fun factor that people are wanting, but you can't have it all. Your budget is going to get too intense, and you're working on hardware that, like, I'm okay with not realistic stuff if the game is fun. I'm okay with it. I'm okay if you're it looks incredible, but it doesn't yeah, it doesn't, you're just walking around. Um I just I like Last of Us 2 didn't even do anything for me. It's I understand we need to tell these highly graphical and immersive stories, but these indie developers are fucking knocking out of the park with like creativity. Um let's get into some news. Let's talk about some news. Bailey wanted to talk about this fairy tale character do stuff. The fairy tale game, I don't know if you did you guys play the original? It was kind of cool. The very repetitive. The battle system was ambitious where you like moved the grid systems. Um, yeah, see part. Hellblade 2 for me was um like, is it something I would go out of my way to play? Probably not, because you are just holding up the entire time. Um, Shout out Bailey, you love fairy tale. It's all you think about. It's all you talk about. So you are holding up a lot in Hellblade 2, but like I just thought they made so many great creative choices in that game. There's this part where you have the collectibles that you can collect, and they kind of like show you where you are in the game itself, to where you're gonna beat it because it checks off in order. Um, but on the last chapter, they stopped giving you those collectibles, and they really allows you to just play the game and not like look in the corners for something to pick up, or try to enter this home. You just like they just allowed you to like walk through. It's just so beautiful. So it's such a beautiful design choice for an experience that you're putting onto a player, of like you're walking through this serene area leading up to one of the most dangerous like situations in your life, and all the while like these voices are going off in your head. um I thought from an experience standpoint, Hellblade 2 knocked it out of the park. If you're looking for a fucking game that you're gonna beef up your skills and upgrade your characters all the way, fuck it, dude. Don't play that game. You don't have to talk shit on it though. Like no one has to say like walk you this game, so like just don't play it, you know? I hate this hypocritical notion of like people just like talking shit on games that they don't like or don't agree with. It's like, what the fuck? You're getting it. You're getting it. You you see it a lot with like the controversy behind the Stellar Blade and how that game is perceived versus how a game like Lost Soul Aside is perceived. And those are two action RPGs, and we're led to believe that because one has a female protagonist, it's going to be different than this one that has a male protagonist. Like the headlines for these games, for these two games in particular, are so different, yet the games are very much the same. But why are we talking shit? You know, like, oh, it just confuses me. This confuses me. Um what was I yeah, so Hellblade 2, hats off to those developers. They did create an experience that I can say, holy shit, I've never seen a game prettier than this. All your budget definitely went into making like taking me to a place. I thought the puzzles sucked. Um some of the nuances didn't really hit. A little bunch of the control. But as an experience, I'm glad. I'm glad from beginning to end. I thought very it's like 5-6 hours long. Yeah. Fuck it. I don't know, any experience that's 5-6 hours long that's free on Game Pass. Why are we talking shit? Why was there any shit to be talked about that game? I should have had this show when Hellblade 2 came out. I would have been. I don't even. I'm not like this is. If I had to of a choice of game to play, I would not play Hellblade 2. I can tell you that. But I'll fucking play Devil's Advocate. I don't care. Koei Tecmo and Gust unveiled new information about their upcoming action RPG Fairy Tail 2. Introducing the main cast. Who we got? Got Urza. Cool. Brandish. Cool. Darif. At that Natsu. There's this they had a really bunch of funny scenes in the first one with Lucy and Natsu, and I'm hoping they continue those jokes in the next one. The writing was really really good. The gameplay kind of sucked. Um Looks like we're having CGs in events now. That's okay. I'm curious how they upgraded the battle system. The battle system is what um that grid thing. 12. You know what? Pyre like yeah, I think there was like a some like weeb that I wanted to impress, and I watched like 10 episodes of it, and I mean I've been following it ever since. If you play the first game, it does touch on after this like huge arc. So it's like when they're recreating um the Fairy Tale Guild, which is a nice it's a good stopping point. Um but it definitely I didn't even get to the best screenshot there. Um yeah, the first one goes over some of the story stuff, but it doesn't uh, I think a lot of people like that build up to when the Fairy Tale Guild kind of goes down. Um but I think this is an original story. Oh no, the final chapter. I didn't know that. I kind of hate that. I like original stories. Like, but these anime licenses have so many fucking people that you need to work to get approvals from. Like, it's like the license holder, the music holder, the illustrator, the writer, the author, the original producer, the original publisher, and it just goes up and up and up. And I don't yeah, too many cooks for these anime games, so that's why they keep it original. Um, but we got some stuff coming for this game, so if you keep a lookout on Noisy Pixel, got some cool stuff, and I'll share it with you on this show because I plan to continue this show. What else happened today? Not too much. Not too much. ReZero got a new trailer. Wanna watch it? I haven't watched it yet. Xbox. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Pirate, you're absolutely right. That's re zero.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is
I didn't even
785.
gotta fix these.
Uchronia is shaken to
There we
the
go.
core by the sudden death of its
Couldn't
king.
hear it. I had the audio going to the wrong place.
Descent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
Sorry. Now you can listen.
By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
So I think this game is interesting because a lot of people, I think, were confused at first. Like I didn't know if they were going for like an open world effect, and they're not. Um, there are there's an overview map, and you go to certain locations, and like time is a factor. So sometimes things are happening on the map that you're not going to have time to get to, so you have to address something else. Um, there is some strategy in this game that I don't think is being marketed at all. I might be wrong, Bailey. Let me know if they've talked about that.
Just look!
like you. Spare some coin.
Ah.
Bless you.
Oh.
Hurry.
Yeah. When I played it when I played the demo of it and they took me to the overview map, I was like, what the fuck is this? No one's ever like no one's ever told me about this.
Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Okay, but kind of cute.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
October 11th. Xbox Series. Let's go. Metaphor takes yeah. So I guess all we get is that opening video. Those anime cutscenes are in the game too. I think they do integrate those cutscenes pretty well. Really makes it feel like one of those SRPGs. Like yeah, I think it makes it feel like they worked with the Vanillaware team that did like Unicorn Overlord and stuff like that. Like it has that kind of time management-y feel to it. But I think yeah, I do think that there's like some type of like other thing in there. I don't know. I'm maybe they'll or, do we have any other previews of that game? Something will come up. They'll likely have a preview event for that game. It's huge. So I'll keep you updated. What else did we put out today? Blade Chimera was delayed. Oh, I didn't. Did I? I didn't do this. Oh, Bailey. Oh, this is old too. Is it? We not do a video for this? Oh my god, Bailey. Oh my god. Oh, we did. It's a feature. Very smart. Very smart. Narrative design for that time management. So Team Ladybug is a pretty good pretty cool like indie developer. You have a bundle. Yes. I know a lot of people like Luna Knights, but Record of Lotus War I think is very underrated. If how much is it right now? $20. It's a super good Metroidvania. You could probably beat it in a weekend. It's kind of easy, but that was when I played it. I think a lot of patches kind of went through to fix it. Blade Chimera, on the other hand, seems to be in the same realm of Record of Lotus War. Hopefully, oh, it was delayed for polishing and quality improvement. Good for them. Take your time. Too many games. Way too many games. Dude, oh, this is weird ass news that I want to talk about. Let's watch this. This is fucking weird. It's cool. Cool weird. Maybe. You tell me. Realize. Oh my god. This guy's like, he has to be like 70 years old. and their fucking dream is to create a side-scrolling action game that is also a curry shop sim manager using Indian character designs that look extremely close to Street Fighter characters. Let's all be honest. It's almost one for one. I love it. I love the fact that this he literally just took it out of the packaging because they didn't iron it. He's just looking cute. Those are shorts. That's brilliant. Brilliant marketing. Um yeah, fucking curry game. Um I don't know, guys. Let's check out the Kickstarter. How's it doing? I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Fuck. The press release. The press release mentioned that they wanted to do Brian. Your new nickname is Dollman. They're gonna cancel me. uh, he said that his inspiration was like Bloodstained, which did huge, but they failed to recognize that like even after Bloodstain, the people who backed campaigns for like Mighty Number 9 and oh, I don't know, that story game. We kind of got burnt out. We didn't get the games that we wanted. And Bloodstain was it's just one of those rare games that got backed, got huge money, and then even got a publisher on top of that. Insane. But this video, I think sucks. They didn't have any gameplay. They didn't show like any like what the game actually was. So this is what the game looks like. This this is concept art. These are just like assets that they found and like threw it on here. So like the thing about Kickstarter is nobody is going to believe you or trust you if you don't have a demo. And especially okay, so especially if you don't have a demo. You should always have a demo if you're going to launch a project on Kickstarter. Um I mean, if you're asking for $500,000. Put a fucking demo on your Kickstarter. This is not chump change. This is not like you're talking to an audience. You're banking off of one guy. You're banking off of this character designer, but that character designer is not the graphic. That character designer is not the AI designer. You know, it's like you're banking all of this on Satoru.
りました1988年4月に発売されたアーケード
He's rad too. He's rad. But like I would love to see this project, and on top of that, it's like they fucked up. They fucked up. I looked at their risks and they didn't even like try. While all projects come with risk, we have assembled an international team of experts in game creation and promotion. No. That line right there is a fucking lie. because you have no gameplay to show in this trailer. You have no demo. You have no concept. Sure, I like these ones. Meet and greet is your backer, is your biggest thing. I don't like these. I hate looking at myself. Be the worst. See the fucking this is a nightmare pledge. Feed the fire. Help the dev team design a level. Yeah, they don't talk about like what levels are. The game is like you go in this Metroidvania style world. You fight these guys and you collect spices, but why this? Why like the only reason why you would have that really or need it is for mobile. Like I think I don't know. I don't like these. Um I don't understand also how this environment makes this world. Like is it just this screen or does this screen scroll? That's all things that could have been answered in your Kickstarter trailer. So many blank spaces for stretch goals. Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. They were like, they were fucking, they went in balls deep. They were like, you know what? These nerds are gonna back us. Um, the fuck, there's no question about it. So, so confident that they even fucking revealed up to $1 million. Like, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Cool idea. I'm down. I'm down for a Curry Sim action RPG. Sounds cool. Sounds cute as fuck. Um, but you're gonna need to go back to the drawing board. I would take this down. I would take it down. My personal opinion. The Noisy Pixel personal opinion. Take it down. Or else. Okay. Oh, this is what he says. We saw how excited people got for our other Kickstarters for spiritual successors to 90s classics like Bloodstains. And I'll say, Euden Chronicles was not that well received when it launched, and Penny Blood is almost doing worse. Um, they're still looking for a publisher. We did our best with connecting them with a few, but I don't know what came out of those. We haven't got any updates. That was literally like 7 months ago, 8 months ago too. So we did our due diligence for that small Japanese developer, and I guess nothing came of it because they updated like last month or something. Bailey did an update where they're like, we still can't find a publisher. I think what Penny Blood probably needs is direction. A lot of the times these older developers, and the best way I describe this, or the best way I can describe it is like Shenmue 3 is so much uh a sequel to Shenmue 2 by design, by development standards, and just by world view, and and uh and it didn't click because we all grew up, but that the Shenmue guy, I forget his name, sorry, I'm blanking. He didn't. He didn't learn more game design. He retired for a while and then came back to it, and it was great. It was a great like experience, but these designers and stuff, they're very much of their time. They don't read the news. They're not like learning all the new developer updates and kits or whatever. They don't really know is what I'm saying. Like I just think that like we can't we can't really bank on this. Can't really bank on the success of these games. So Penny Blood is like one of those games that I think like we have all these great assets, we have this great story and this great world. Now, how do we bring that all together to make a game. I Armed Fantasia seems like it's doing, yeah, yeah. I wonder if they shared development teams. Yeah. The good thing about Tokyo Games is that up until that newest game that they announced, they didn't develop any of their titles in house. So just the fact that they're like all of their so like Raincoat and all those games, those are all contracted games. Um, those weren't developed by them. They did some of the character designs and stuff like that, but like the development of that game was done by Spike Chunsoft and contracted through them. Uh, so this newest game, what was that new game that they announced? Bailey might know before I can find it. Um, yeah, last line. Oh, the 100 line Last Defense Academy. Um, yeah, this is the first game that they're developing, which is crazy. That means that they beefed up their studio. Uh, uh they're going all in. So when they say that, like, hey, we're all in on this game, here, hey, we're all in on this game, they mean it because they didn't have this funding before Raincoat came out. They didn't have the money to develop their own games, and when they say that, like, they're putting everything, all their money and human resources into it, they mean it. They mean it. Um, so yeah, so you gotta respect people that do that. And with a Kickstarter like this, I just think that they're not showing what needs to be shown to make this a success. And yeah, I'm hoping Arm Fantasia does a little better. They put out a CG trailer for Tribe 9 to try and get publishers. Now they're working with, oh, yeah, is that mobile? Is that the mobile game that they're doing? Yeah, this game looks okay. I never saw the anime. Kind of cool. Were you in the? Did you play? Has anyone played the? When is this closed beta supposed to? There's some twists you'll notice involving the new game's roster. Once, huh? Maybe I'll stay up to date with. Um, I think a lot of the times we write off when it's mobile game when it's like in that mobile space or it's like gotcha, but yeah, we'll definitely try to get into the closed beta to share our impressions with. PlayStation Plus lineups. I didn't know this. I didn't see this, Bailey. Thanks for posting it. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Probably the best depiction of Star Wars there is. Five Nights at Freddy's. Security Breach. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's in my life, and it's my own. It's my own personal protest, all right? I don't need Five Nights at Freddy's doesn't need me. You know? It doesn't. You should stream them all. How many are there? You know, the only thing I know about them is that they're made by a Christian guys. That's like the thing that everyone knows. Yeah, you know what? I could never. I could never. I've played Fortnite one time. I I okay, there's we're all here, we're all friends. There's something I've been wanting to like there's people on staff that play Fortnite. So, I'm not knocking Fortnite, but as a 35-year-old, I could not be asked what my favorite game is that I'm playing. And if you're 35 and you say my favorite game to play is Fortnite, I don't know. I don't know how I would react. I'll say that's cool, but will I actually think it's cool? Probably not. But that's saying I don't think the games that I would tell that person that I was liking or playing, uh, I don't think they would think that the games that I said were cool. So, but I just couldn't take someone seriously if they're saying their favorite game is Fortnite. Even if they say their favorite game is like Call of Duty or something, I'm just like, Call of Duty is cool, I guess. Good if you just like, I just as I get older, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be mad while I play games, and I need there to be a definitive ending. I need to be like, okay, A to B. I just beat the game. Ender Lilies, Quistis of the Knights. I think we got a lot of shit for this review because Bailey called it easy, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about? It's hard. Is the hardest game ever." And like, let's see. You know what? I would play Splatoon if I don't know. If someone like was like, "Hey, we're having a Splatoon party," I'd probably be down. But that's like I would equate Splatoon to like Mario Kart. You know, like you're just getting together, spraying each other with shit. Um, you know what? This is the old legacy noisy pixel. Look at there's no score at the bottom because we did it lazy. Let's see what gave it a 9. Oh, it's a really old video because we didn't want to have the description below the numbers. Um, yeah, he called it easy. Everyone was mad at him. And then everyone was mad at me for that other game that they did. Um they did some like strategy SRPG and those fuckers. Those fuckers. What's their name? Yeah, Aglobe or Livewire. Maybe it was Livewire. It was the publisher, so I think it was Livewire. They they I complained about something like they didn't have free battles in the dev build that I played or the review build that I played, so I put that in my review, and the game came out 2 days later, and it had free battles in it. They put an update. They fucking made me a liar. Everyone's like, "You're lying." And I was like, "No, hello, chill out." And then I showed like screenshots comparing the menu that I had during my review build versus the menu that's in the game after launch, and it was two separate things. Not gonna catch me riding dirty. Whew. I tell you what. That's the fall I heard with the new one. That's too easy, although I saw they planned to. Yeah, balance is always something. Bailey seemed to like it. It looks very similar to the first. Yeah, Pyre, that was like so bad. I was so angry. I was so angry. Um, yeah, that balance is always like that's like the main thing that I guess you would need to get right in this style of game. What else do we got? Dead Cells. People still playing this game? Dead Spells. Dead Cells final content update version 35. Dead Cells is a cool game. Have I played it? Like 5 years ago or some shit. But yeah, that's the game that what's his name plagiarized, right? Killer 7. You know, I'll say that I've covered Killer 7. I've played like demos of Killer 7 at events, but I've never beat or gotten through Killer 7. I edited the review video that Brian did for us back in the day when like that remastered came out, but need to play it. Bailey, I'll get around. I know Dead Cells is good. Like there's no denying Dead Cells is good. But like Hades 2, Dead Cells doesn't need me. It has IGN. It doesn't need me. It doesn't need me. It has Game Informer. Honkai. Yeah, we just need to play Honkai Star Rail all the time. Suda was a really fun interview. If you watch the third day of our PAX East video that we have on our YouTube channel, it opens up with an interview with him, and he's really fun. He's just down to have fun and like doesn't take himself too seriously. That's cool. First strike. They changed Oyo and Mr. Tail's voice. Had Whiplash logging into Starro. I think again maybe an hour of Star Rail at like a PAX when Hoyo for or Hoyo went over there before Genshin even like was out. They went to PAX East and I played a little bit of Honkai. It's cool. It's a cool game. I'll give you that. Like it's flashy, it's pretty, but it's a sink. You gotta play that game, and or else you just put on what the audio stuff and you get what you can during like auto battles, like any mobile game. But I don't know. Very pretty game. Give it that. Yeah, Pyre. That's in Q3 2025. I have no idea why they are advertising that now. Like, you're hyping up this and then what? It's gonna be some characters. Oh, it better be some fucking story. It better be. I did I worked. I worked on a Fate thing once, guys. Um, I worked for Aniplex one time. I was at a PR agency. We're doing one of the Fate events, and so they hired the agency to do press releases for Fate Go because press don't usually do our media doesn't really cover Fate Grand Order in the West. Just not a big thing, I guess. So they wanted to hire an agency to kind of get coverage of it, and every like again it goes back to anime like approvals. Any like idea that I had would get shut down within like a day. Would have a call and like, oh, we want to do XYZ, or they'll give us a press release and I'll like be like, you should change this, or you should condense these two announcements into one to make it easier to cover. And they would just put it down. They would be like, nope, send it out. And so there was no editing. So I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything on this project. But yeah, very very strange company. Um, you can't do anything with them though. If it's a Fate series, you're going through Type Moon, and it usually dies there. Extella was probably the super hard to promote, and yeah, congrats to Xade for working through that, working with them on getting that game because that was probably a nightmare. Um, East 10 Nordics reveals English voice actor. I'm not gonna pronounce that. I'm not gonna pronounce those. I won't do it. Um, is this a big thing? Is East 10 out yet? It's out in Japan. When's it coming out? October 25th. Man, October's gonna be a spicy month. A spicy month for games. Um, well, that seems like our show today. I can't play game today, sadly. There's some stuff I have to do again for taxes. Oh, we filed an extension, but anyway, handling it, knocking it out. Um, yeah, gonna work on some of that stuff. We have. No, I know. There's videos to edit and stuff. I'll if I play a game, it would only be for 30 minutes, and I feel like I owe you guys longer than that. So I don't want to just go half-ass. I know when to pull out. All right, trust me. Ain't no kids here. Um, all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. This week has been a lot of fun for me. Um, I do plan to continue to do this. Tomorrow I'll be here. My hair is kind of not okay today. I didn't even go to the gym today. That was my day. Uh, Getting my shit together day. But thank you so much for hanging out, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. One more day. One more day. Bye, guys.